Hey, what's going on, guys? We are live today going and Ask Me Anything. I was just over on Patrick Bros' channel playing Resident Evil 5 with him live. Today, we're over here doing a live Ask Me Anything. Very impromptu, very decided last night at midnight that I was going to do this because my good friend Cody Curtis is here. He has a brand new film coming out worldwide in September, his feature film directorial debut. Cody Curtis, you are in the house, my friend. So if you have any filmmaking questions, he is here to answer your guys' questions. Along the side of, we'll be taking your guys' live questions as well. So make sure to start throwing them in the chat. Now, do understand, I'm not going to be able to get to any of them. So if you do want your question answered, please throw in a super chat. It helps the channel, helps support everything. I'm poor, as always. I'm not poor, but money helps, and it helps run the channel and paying for this dumb live thing I use every fucking week. But it's great to have all you guys here. There are currently 15 of you guys watching right now, and I only see 7 likes. So we're not going to start answering questions till we at least get to 10 likes. But again, Cody is here with us. Me and him were supposed to film a Mass Effect video today. I decided I don't want to stress. I don't want to edit that. I'm too busy right now. He's too busy. I'm not going to stress him out. I want him to beat the games at least one more time, but we're going to have fun doing this, and it's going to be a blast. So thanks so much for joining me, Cody. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing very well. So first of all, just quick thoughts on Mass Effect. First of all, I think it's fantastic.
Good.
I think it's
Everyone should play the trilogy.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Everybody should play the trilogy.
Yeah, I do have a Mass Effect video coming out this week called Mass Effect Andromeda in 2021. This is the spin-off game that everyone thinks is shit. I decided to put 40 hours finally into it, and I have some thoughts. So,
good.
So we are at over 10 likes, 15 likes. You guys did that pretty damn fast. So let's.
Oh wow! Okay.
Let me share this on the tweets, the Twitters, and then we can start going. And again, if you guys want your question guaranteed answer, throw in a super chat. They're not needed, they help. But yeah, Cody, anything going on? Anything else new? I know you're filming. You have another feature film coming up soon.
Yeah. Well, basically, I am doing a Resident Evil Last of Us crossover film next year, and we're going to start our marketing and fundraising campaign stuff more than likely in September.
Sweet.
October at the latest. But I mean, other than that, on the acting side of things, I actually have an interview with a talent agency. I'm not at liberty to say which one, but I'm pretty excited for that.
Exciting. I'm excited for you, man. I am excited for you. So let's start. We got Micah in here, Knight Rider, Network 98, Damian Scott, Donate Law, Network 98 again. Zach, what's the worst movie of all time? Cody, you got an answer for this one?
Now, are we going straight up worst movie, or
like
is
you would never want to watch it again? Let's
if I'm gonna be honest, one of the Snowman is definitely up there for me.
That's the one I was gonna say.
The Snowman is it's one of. It might be the actual worst thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's pretty shitty. It's pretty bad. It's terrible. That would probably be up there for me. Dragon Ball Evolution's pretty far up there, but I've never finished the movie.
Gross.
So. Jared Watson, are you a virgin? I'll let you answer that yourself, Jared. Have you ever played Grand Theft Auto 5, and who's your favorite character? Good question. I love the Grand Theft Auto franchise. I've played pretty much every single one of them, and 5 I used to be insanely into. I'm actually thinking about getting back into it because the online looks fun, but I can't find my copy of it, so I think I sold it. I am excited for the next one, though, because it's apparently going back to Vice City. 2025, 2026 is the release date for that, but my favorite character, it's probably Michael or Franklin, I think, for that game. Have you ever played any of the Grand Theft Auto games?
Yeah, I mean, Grand Theft Auto 5 is the one that I'm most familiar with because it's the one I've spent the most time playing. But with Grand Theft Auto and I mean, it kind of comes back to Cyberpunk
2077.
2077, yeah. Is like I understand why people like the games. I appreciate how well made they are, but they're just not for me.
Well, Cyberpunk wasn't well made, so. Damian Scott, is it just you? No. There's a buddy right here for me.
Hey.
Thoughts on Cursed getting canceled? Not shook. The show was not great, and they didn't really order anything right away. If Netflix doesn't order a season 2 pretty close right after, and it's almost been a year, they're not giving it a season 2.
Yeah.
Micah, hey, you're close to 20K subs. I know. Guys, start sharing these videos, like it, comment. Every time you guys do that, it pushes me up in the algorithm.
That's true. Bring more subscribers, everybody.
Hi, Zach. Have you checked out Till Death yet? I have not. Cody, have you watched this new Megan Fox film yet?
I have.
Is it good? I haven't seen it.
And the one there the thing that is the most surprising for me. Here's the thing, my guys. Everybody, Megan Fox is actually not a terrible actress. She's
No, she
actually
never has been.
no. It's like, and one thing coming from my perspective from doing entertainment-esque stuff for 20 plus years, if an actor is bad, the last thing you should be doing is looking at their performance first, because a good portion of the time, if they give a bad performance, it's either the director or it's the script or it's
the editing.
or
Editing's a big part too.
the editing. I mean, all you got to do is look at The Snowman, because that movie's atrocious and every single actor is a great actor who's in it. But
Yeah.
Till Death, it's actually, there are some tropes when it comes to not necessarily home invasion movies, but thrillers. The closest thing that it reminded me of was Gerald's Game. I would say it's like it's like a grade B version of Gerald's Game, but it's actually it's good. I found it very enjoyable.
Huh. I dig it. Dig it. All right. So the next one we got is everyone's saying hi to Cody. Cody's back. Yes, guys.
Yeah.
Do you watch Rick and Morty? I have not seen the last season. I've seen all of 1, 2, and 3, and I really like the show overall. I think for now, like for instance, like 4 took so long to come out, so then like when it finally came out, I never really put time towards it. They did send me the full 4th season though, so I should watch it. What about you, Cody? Do you watch Rick and Morty?
Yes, I do. I'm in the same boat as you. I haven't seen the 4th season as of yet, but every season I've seen beforehand, I have very much enjoyed. I just haven't had the time to dig into the 4th one yet.
Yeah, and honestly, they will never ever beat Pickle Rick. That's still the best episode yet.
Yeah, I agree.
Jaren's in here. Jaren is in here. How you doing, man? How the heck are you? I'm doing good. What's the worst Disney Channel show? I don't know. I don't watch the bad ones. Dante Law, what do you think of Black Widow? If you watch my review, I really, really loved it. I think it's a near perfect prequel to the Black Widow character. Is a great send off. No spoilers, of course. What about you, Cody? I know we kind of talked about it beforehand.
Yeah, I'm in the middle. Like I enjoyed it, but I don't think it's one of the better Marvel movies. But I don't understand I understand, but also don't understand the amount of hate that the film's getting.
Yeah, there's a couple of things, and some of the CGI isn't the best. Taskmaster could have been better.
Yeah,
but I watched the movie and I'm like, this is fucking great. It's a great send off. D Movie Man, hey, what's the easiest and toughest part of creating and uploading a video? Well, let me tell you, the hardest part is the shit you can't control. That's the stuff. So like earlier this week, I did a Loki review, and YouTube would just not, like, if you typed in my name, Loki episode 5 review, would not come up whatsoever. The only way you could find the videos if you go to my channel. It was such bullshit. And it finally, I think yesterday, finally updated to where it was like, oh, you can search it now. That's the hardest part, is because it's those unknown variables that you can't control. The other thing is, like, other thing was editing. Like, sometimes your videos just don't want to export, or they take fucking 30 hours to export. And you're just sitting there and you're like, why? It's not the computer. It's not anything like that. It's just, it might be a video file you're using or something's corrupted and it's not telling you. Like one time I remember I used an image and it just wouldn't get past the image. So I had to go in to find out which image it was, delete the image, finally went through and then went back again, put the image back in, and then it worked. It doesn't make sense. The easiest part though, honestly, for me, it's just sitting down in front of the camera sometimes. But honestly, there is no really easy part to making a video. Everything's tough around the edges, because sometimes when I get in front of the camera, there have been times where I've been in the middle of filming a video. I'll be like 30 minutes in, I'll be like, this is shit. I'm not in the mood to do this, and I'll stop. My MCU ranking I just did, I filmed that thing like twice. The second time I was actually in the mood to do it. The first time I was not. There's a lot of videos that I've made where I'm like, I just don't like how it turned out. That's why I didn't do a Fast and Furious ranking. That's why I didn't do a couple other rankings a couple weeks ago. It just kind of comes down to there. What about you, Cody?
I mean, in terms of videos, the one thing I found is, number one, when it comes to YouTube, consistency and staying relevant is like the name of the game. And unfortunately, when it comes to YouTube, I'm not going to get too heavy into it, but YouTube as a whole has a lot of problems that it needs to get fixed. And for me, that's one of the hardest things, not just for like the individual, but as creators as a whole. It's being a part of YouTube almost all the time, you either have to open up a Patreon or you got to look forward to sponsors or you got to look for people to help you because YouTube on its own is not really doing anything to help its creators.
Yeah, I
Unfortunately.
mean, and that's the thing. Like the money I get in here is just extra. Like it's just extra stuff to support the Patreon. Same thing, super chats, and even the other thing is because it's not guaranteed on how much money you'll make. And they change it all the time. One of the biggest things was I just did an ad for Western Rise pants, but I dressed as Deadpool and did it, and I put it in my MCU ranking because why not? That was fun. Worst comic book movie you've ever seen? It's got to be Fantastic Four. The newest one. That was fucking
Four
trash.
stick.
It was
holy smokes.
One of the biggest pieces of garbage I've ever watched in my life.
Yep.
I mean, there's Ghost Rider, Elektra, Daredevil, stuff like that, but like
Catwoman.
Yeah, but I've never seen all of those. And I think for me, the worst comic book film is that because I was so excited to go and see Fantastic Four. And great director, great cast, fucking ass. Cody?
Yeah, I agree. It's terrible script, phenomenal cast, very great director, but horrible direction. It was awful.
Yeah, I agree. What's a movie so bad it's entertaining?
The
Cody,
Room.
you answered this, but I already have one.
The Room. Did you guys know that for years there's been screenings across the country where you'd go sit in and yeah,
this movie.
I knew it.
One of the best films I've ever watched in my life. I almost pissed my pants in the press screening. And in fact, when they walked out, and every time after you walk out, the reps always ask, "Oh, what did you think of the movie?" I sat there dead ass, looked at them, and I said, "That was a movie. That was a movie." And I walked off and laughed my ass off. This is still one of the best films I've ever seen, and I'm so happy it got a Blu-ray release. I'm so happy. It is fucking terrible. On paper, I can see why this is a good movie. Like on paper, I can see, but just not great. Just not great at all. Let's see. Am I the only one who thought the action was great in Black Widow? No,
I don't think so. I think honestly, overall, I'm pretty sure that's one of the things that pretty much everybody has agreed on is that the action in Black Widow was one of the best parts of it.
Yep. Have you guys watched Fear Street Part 1 and 2 yet, Cody?
No.
Neither have I. I started watching one, but I just wasn't in the mood to watch it. I totally forgot they were coming out, and then I never requested the screeners. D Movie Man, do you think it'll ever be possible to make a good live action film adaptation of a video game? If so, which franchise? Yes. And in fact, there's one coming out this year called Resident Evil. I will say this. I've actually heard good things about it. They did test screenings and the test screenings were pretty positive. So hopefully that'll be maybe the best one. I think there have been good live action video game adaptations. I think a lot of people give Warcraft shit, but honestly, if you've played the games, it's pretty much the games. But if we're talking about a good movie, maybe. I don't think Uncharted will be it. Last of Us doesn't really count because it's a show, but Last of Us might be the best.
Yeah. The thing I'm gonna say about Last of Us is Last of Us, I am cautiously optimistic because even though I am excited and I think they have a good creative team, and I think the most important thing is that they have Neil Druckmann a part of the writing process and the project.
I don't think that show will be shit. I really don't. I would if I watch it and it's shit, I would be shocked. I would absolutely be shocked. I really don't know how it could be bad. You literally just take the exact same story and you don't change it that much. You just change like they said they're gonna add to the world. So like that's the only thing I can see. So,
yeah.
We'll see. They're filming right now. We still don't know who's playing Tess though, but I'm assuming it's the same actress who voiced her.
I mean, I would assume so.
Zach, can I ask you a question? Are you like 28 or 29? I'll just say no. Cody?
No.
I'm actually 12. So 12
and I'm 5.
Yeah, see. Samori. Hi, Zach. Love your review on Saw Spiral and favorite Saw movie. My favorite Saw movie is the first one. Cody?
It's a tie between the first and second one for me. But it's got to be the first one.
Yeah.
And I thought Spiral was fun. It wasn't the greatest movie on the planet, but after the past year of not really ever being able to go to the theater, being able to see a movie like Spiral, it's certainly what I needed.
Yep. Patrick Bros in here. Just saw him. We just got done streaming Resident Evil 5. Great time over there. Hey, we're here. Great to see you, Cody. Glad to see you again, Zach. Great to see you as well, Patrick.
Good day, Patrick.
God of Thunder. Hey, man, do you want Itachi to come as Ito in Boruto? So I'll say this. I don't watch Boruto. I'm not caught up on there. From what I understand, Itachi's dead. I think it would be dumb to bring him back. I'll say that. Cody, you agree?
Yes.
Are you watching Boruto?
No. I'm not watching Boruto, but I will say I'm not going to spoil anything because I know where you are when it comes to Shippuden. And because of the way they wrapped up Itachi's story in Shippuden, I think
it's a disgrace to bring him back.
I mean, honestly, I think it would be extraordinarily disrespectful because I think Itachi's rap at the end of Naruto Shippuden was one of the best ways that you could possibly end not just his, but pretty much any character arc in any kind of show. It was great.
Huh. All right, then. Hey, Zach, Jedediah, what's up? What's your favorite TV show of all time? For me at the moment, it's Parks and Rec. Hate that the Peacock took the episodes from Netflix. Let me tell you this real fast. Voodoo, they keep doing virtual deals. So I hated that they took The Office, but they had The Office on there every single season for $30. So now I can stream it whenever. I'm probably going to do when they do Parks and Rec as well. I really like Parks and Rec. My favorite TV show of all time is Breaking Bad. Nothing will probably surpass that. I think Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul are literally hand in hand with two of the best creative things I've ever watched. Wait till The Last of Us show comes out. Might be my favorite show of all time if they execute it perfectly. Other shows that I love is Community, The Office, like I mentioned, Chuck, The Leftovers is one of the best shows I've ever seen on HBO. Cody, what about you?
Breaking Bad, 100%.
Yep. Network 98, Zach, best and worst episodes from Disney Plus MCU shows. Best is the last two Loki episodes, the episode where Captain America or the new Captain America does the thingy, and the 7th episode of WandaVision. Worst episodes, I don't think there's been a flat out bad episode, but weakest wise, finale of WandaVision was pretty weak. Winter Soldier and Falcon, a lot of episodes in there were pretty weak, very disjointed, and Loki, there hasn't been a bad episode yet. Cody?
I'm with you. I think for me, WandaVision, honestly, I think it's still like until What If comes out. I think WandaVision is probably my top of all the 3 MCU shows that have come out. And then as much as I enjoyed Falcon and Winter Soldier, that show, unfortunately, I would say a good 60% of the episodes that came out were very weak. I love the ending, but the show overall,
I love the themes. The themes were good. It's just you didn't focus on Falcon enough. You didn't focus on Sam Wilson becoming Captain America enough, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, that's my appearance. Do you prefer found footage or mockumentary films? How about this? I just prefer a good found footage and a good mockumentary film.
There we go. That's the correct answer.
All right. Let's see. If you had to pick one of the most anticipated movies coming up to watch right now, what would it be? The Batman. Hands down. The Batman. Cody?
Batman's good. It's between that and Last Night in Soho for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Dune's mine. Dune's mine for this year if I had to pick one. I'm so excited for Dune.
Dune's gonna be it's gonna be
great. So excited for Dune. Jedediah, no spoilers for Black Widow, but I found Taskmaster to be good, if not great villain, perfect for Nat's overall storyline, was on par with the Mandarin and Iron Man 3. I think, honestly, for people who don't know the Taskmaster from the comics, they're going to feel this way. Taskmaster was fucking terrible in the movie. I guess that's a little bit extreme. He is such an awesome villain in the comics, and they whittled him down to not even... I like the twist with him, but I didn't like how they used him overall in the story. He should have just been the overall main villain. Like that's all it should have been. Cody?
Yep. Here's the thing I'm going to say. I have never read the comics. Zach, you know this. I'm not really a big comic book reader, but I found Taskmaster to be absolutely abhorrent. in terms of what they did with him in the film, I think, for me at least, I think he is the weakest MCU villain today.
Dude, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck
Dude,
up.
I'm not kidding.
No. Malekith, you're gonna tell me Malekith is a better fucking villain than Taskmaster.
Okay, that's a good
No.
point.
I'm gonna pull up the MCU villains right now, and we're gonna go through, and you're gonna tell me which ones, because I'm gonna tell you right now, I fully disagree with that. So let's go through this.
Okay.
Okay? Because I'll show you. Let's share my fucking screen. Okay. We're gonna go through this.
All right, here we go.
Crossbones, arguably Taskmaster is better. Justin Hammer, Justin shouldn't be that low.
No, absolutely should not be that
Children
low.
of Thanos, it's on par. Ronan the Accuser, no, Ronan's better. Zola, she's better than Zola. Killian, better than Killian. Grandmaster's not a villain. Claw, no, because Andy Serkis is really good. Obadiah say no. Yes. No. I don't know why this is on there, but no.
Why is he?
No.
No.
Definitely no.
No.
Definitely no. Definitely no. Definitely no. Definitely no. No, but Hela could have been better. No. They don't even have the fucking Dark Elf on here.
They don't have Malekith on there. That's hilarious.
Whiplash, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I can agree
Abomination, it's on par. Yes. No. On par. No. Definitely no. No. Okay, so she's at the bottom. She's not the worst, Cody. Shut the fuck up.
You're
she's
right.
Not the worst, man.
She's not the worst. It's like she's definitely towards the very bottom end of it. It's like above Malekith and on par with a lot of the other villains, but she's pretty low.
Yeah. Who is your favorite Spider-Man? Cody?
Okay. You know, I appreciate the fact that Tom Holland is the correct age to be Peter Parker, and I have enjoyed all of the films that he's done. Far From Home was fantastic, but if I'm going to be honest, I think in terms of overall that. And not Andrew Garfield. Tobey Maguire will probably always be my favorite Spider-Man.
I think they're all good. I don't really have a favorite. I think each of them have their own uniqueness to the role. So, what's the first video either of you did that you can recall getting a lot of views and traction? Cody?
Oh, that's easy. My buddy analysis video for Baby Driver.
That's a good one. I can look right now, I guess. Let's see, most popular. I guess the first one was probably one of my trailer reactions I did. I did a trailer reaction to, I think, Thor Ragnarok, and then I was like, oh, people really enjoy these. But biggest video is my Toy Story collection. And it's funny. The video had like 200 views when I first did it, and then like 2 months later it was at like 400,000.
Yeah.
You never know when shit's gonna pop.
You get a lot of views on that video for sure.
Sorry, I heard cop cars and freaked me out. Ryan says he misses you, Cody.
Yeah, I miss you too, Ryan.
Zach, I'm surprised you didn't say League of Extraordinary Gentlemen is one of the worst comic book films. It's not. It's honestly underrated, and I fucking love it. D Movie Man, how does screener process work so you eventually gain access as you build it? Honestly, this question's a little bit weird. Back when I did it, there's a lot to it. So I did a whole video on Sean Chandler's like Real Creators one where he interviewed me on how to get screener access. But a big part of it is first the area you're in. Some areas do screeners, some don't. Right, Cody?
Yep. Maine is in the middle of nowhere and
Yep.
we don't get them.
Where I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, and Phoenix, Arizona, there's a lot of opportunities for film out here. So that's the biggest thing. Second, how I started was I started trying to win tickets to advanced screenings. And then I would go wait in line for 5 to 6 hours or more to see these movies. Then I would go home and review them. But being there, I would talk to the reps, talk to who's running the screenings, kind of introduce myself, see where that can go. I then was a part of Sandwich on Films. Still am. Love them. We give out advanced screening tickets over there. That helped me segue into the screeners a little bit more. Where I'm at now, though, is just building that relationship. Because when I started going to screenings, it's not like they gave me Black Panther right off the bat. They gave me these independent movies that no one was reviewing, no one was talking. And I think my first big screener was Black Panther. And I remember seeing that in my inbox and being like, I made it. Like that I remember that because I didn't get Last Jedi. I didn't even get Coco that year. And I was starting to get invites, but nothing to those big ones until then. So screener process works differently. And I don't know how it works now. A lot of it's just building your audience, having the numbers. Because usually when I reach out to someone I've never talked to before, I'll be like, hey, do you need me to share my analytics? Because I can. Because even when you go to film festivals, a lot of the time they ask for analytics. What are your views? What are your counts? And a lot of that is how it goes. But you can't go into this market thinking, hey, I'm going to get screeners and stuff. That's how I did it first and I failed. And then I came back and did it for fun. Now I'm doing this for fun still, but getting more access, which helps a lot, you know?
Yeah.
I never take them for granted, you know? And if I don't get a screener, I buy a ticket opening night and I go fucking see the movie if I want to see it. Or if I want to review it, you know? So we'll see. Cody, I would give you questions on this, but there's no screenings in Maine.
I mean, no, there's no screenings in Maine, but it's all part of kind of the same process to where getting into this industry, whether you are going to be a critic or whether you're going to be an actor or filmmaker, what you're doing, if you're getting into this thing to get notoriety or to get things, you are on the wrong course because this business, you have to be one part, the part of you that loves what you're doing, but the other portions of you got to know how to do business in certain areas. And that's how all of this works.
Definitely. Who's the better writer / director who's great at getting performances out of an actor, PTA or Tarantino? I'll let you go first.
If we're going like the hardcore drama route, like just predominantly the hardcore drama route, I'm going to go Paul Thomas Anderson. But in terms of just overall, Quentin Tarantino has the greatest track record on everything pretty much. Except for Death Proof. That was...
PTA, I think they're even. I can't say who's better or worse. I prefer Tarantino. But yeah, PTA, I think they're kind of on par with each other. We do have a super chat, Cody. Someone sent in a super chat. Thank you so much.
All right, let's check it out.
James Valencia, $4.99. Thank you so much, man. Do you think they introduced the real Taskmaster or Deadpool in the MCU? Honestly, so here's the thing. Like, this is technically like, I feel like this is their version of Taskmaster without getting into spoilers. But I can add a little bit more to that in saying, while I don't like what they did with it, I don't mind the twist or the reveal. I just don't like how they handled Taskmaster as being a minion of sorts to someone. Because while he is a mercenary for hire most of the time, he's also very schemy. So what I would hope for the future is just more development on that character. Do you have anything else to say with that? No. But I will say, if he showed up and, I mean, if they wanted to do something different and do a different interpretation of Taskmaster, I guess that's cool. But I wouldn't mind seeing that character show up against Deadpool. I think that'd be cool.
I'm with you. 100%.
So, yeah. Just give me another Deadpool film, you know? Which Ridley Scott movie are you more excited for, Last Duel or House of Gucci? I'm going to let you go.
Oh, gosh. If I'm going to be honest, I'm not the biggest Ridley Scott fan. I think he has some great films in his filmography as a whole, but if we're going to go off of the last 10, 20 years, Ridley Scott has severely gone downhill with a lot of his stuff. I mean, the one I loved a lot of the stuff he did back in the day. Blade Runner, I'm a fan of. The original Alien, I think, is great. I think that Alien Covenant is an enjoyable movie, but overall, I don't think it's the greatest thing.
Fuck off, you're done. Alien Covenant is a damn masterpiece. It's one of the best. It's my favorite Alien film of all time. To answer your question, Last Duel. But I'm also the most worried about that movie. I guess I'll bring him back in and be nice. Sorry, I kicked you out.
You are. No, you're not. No, I'm kidding.
But I'm going to go Last Duel. Matt Damon and Ben Affleck wrote the script, which excites me. But I will say this. I don't think Ridley Scott's, Gladiator aside, has not made a good period piece movie in a fucking long time. That's my worry with Last Duel. House of Gucci, though, I think will overall be the better film. Cody?
Yeah. I think, honestly, House of Gucci for me, because I do enjoy learning about that history and the story. For any of you who know the story that happened when it comes to the Gucci family, it's a really, it is a story that lends itself to being made.
Cody's actually in the movie. He plays the main character.
Yeah, I play all of them, the men, the women, and the children, and the dogs.
See? Yeah. All right, next one. Most overrated and underrated Resident Evil game. Good question. So I'm gonna go underrated. The Umbrella Corporation third-person shooter for the PS3, with like the 4-person co-op. It was fucking not the best, but it was really fun with co-op. So I had a blast with that. It's not the most recent Umbrella Corporation one. It's like Operation Raccoon City or something like that. I really dug it. Overrated. I haven't played all of them. But the one that I do remember is, I think it's Umbrella Chronicles 1 for the 3DS. I finally played it on the system, and I didn't like it. But a lot of people praise it. Cody?
Overrated. Honestly, I haven't played any of the minor. I mostly played the main headline title games from 1 all the way to Resident Evil Village. For me, the most underrated one as of right now, I would probably say Resident Evil 5, because that one, as much as it's not one of my favorites, I think that the game deserves a lot more attention than it's gotten and deserves a lot less criticism. In terms of overrated, I would say Resident Evil. I was about to say Resident Evil 4, but that's just such a lie. I would go with the first Resident Evil. The first Resident Evil I enjoy, but the more I think of it in terms of the main title line games, I think it's tied with 5 in terms of my in terms of which ones are right above 6 as my least favorite Resident Evil games. I understand why it's hyped. I just think the overhype is a bit much.
Fair enough. All right. So next one. D Movie Man, you come in with the good questions, man. What's one failed or not fully developed franchise that could be rebooted as a series? Examples: Vampire Chronicles, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, man. I think would be a dope ass thing. I always want another Van Helsing as well. What about you, Cody?
Me? I mean, if they could pick up the budget, I would love to. I would love to see HBO pick up Warcraft. If I'm going to be honest, even though it was a movie, I would love to see a Warcraft television series.
I wouldn't say HBO though. I would say Netflix. I think Netflix that would fucking do great on.
I mean, considering The Witcher, I'm gonna have to agree with you.
Yeah. What's your favorite movie left to see in July? Chris C. asks. For me, it's The Green Knight or Old. Which I know Patrick shared in here the embargoes the day before, which is not the best thing. But I'm still really excited for Old. I love M. Night Shyamalan, but I also, The Green Knight's A24. there's a lot of good movies coming out in July. I see Space Jam this week, and I'm so fucking excited to see the Looney Tunes back in action. No pun intended, because that movie's fucking great as well. What about you, Cody?
Old 100. I mean, the thing, I'm not necessarily excited that it's an M. Night Shyamalan film. The thing that I am excited about is Alex Wolff and Thomasin McKenzie. Those are the ones I'm the most excited for.
I just saw him in another film called Pig with Nicolas Cage.
How did that go?
I can't say anything about it, but I did tweet about it, and I said I fucking loved it. It's one of the best films of the year.
Okay.
Hardcore drama. It's really good. Hey, Zach, love the Bad Batch reactions. Do you think people are overhyping the rumors about Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire being in No Way Home? Can't say much, but I'll just say no. I think they're dumb, and I will be absolutely shocked if they're not in the film. I'll say that right now, Jack. If they do not show up in the movie, I will be shocked. Absolutely fucking shocked. What up, Leo? What up, Geekly Goods? What up, guys? Oh, man. All right, let's see.
You watching any good animes right now, Zach?
My Hero, but I'm not caught up. I fell off the band. I need to go on Shippuden again. We got another question. Jack, how do you guys feel about The Last of Us 2 1 year later? Well, guys,
No.
1 year later, that movie's still game's still masterpiece. It's my favorite game of all time. Cody?
I'm with you. Last of Us 2 is my favorite game of all time, so much so that I'm actually making a feature-length film.
Hey, real fast. I looked at your trophies. How the fuck did you get the permadeath? How in the fuck did you do that trophy?
Well,
I've tried like 4 times, and I fucking die every fucking damn time towards the end.
Well, the thing is, there's a little secret. You don't have to do the full game permadeath. You can do permadeath by chapter.
That's what you did.
That's what I did, because I'm too much of a wimp to do the full game in permadeath.
So every time I die is with Abby when she's doing the skyscraper. That fucking pisses me off.
Yeah, that was, I'm not gonna lie.
Can you stop the game and come back? Well, I mean,
you can. It just starts you off.
What difficulty do you actually do the game though on there?
Grounded.
Oh my god.
Except it's grounded across the board.
Stop. I did it on grounded too, but I haven't done the permadeath yet. Do you think The Last of Us could be considered as a descent into madness for Ellie? No, I think the whole franchise is pretty much just discussing the cycle of vengeance and violence.
Yeah. Now, if we look at things like The Last of Us and also with Resident Evil, it's a way of looking at the darkest parts of humanity's psyche. It's what it is.
Mm-hmm. Charlie Jeffrey Hood throws in another super chat. Thank you so much. Not movie related, but a cool personality question. Would you rather instantly win 1 million or flip a coin to win 1 billion? Oh, fuck. Oh.
Dude, instantly win 1 million because it's guaranteed.
Yeah, well, that's $1 billion, Cody.
I understand that, but the thing is if you flip the coin and it's not the side that you did, then you don't get 1 million. You don't get anything.
So let me put this: it depends where I'm at in my life.
There we go.
I think, but I would probably flip the coin, because why not? Jacob's in here. What's up, Jacob? Great Patreon supporter. Love having great conversations with him. Which movie have you seen the most in theaters, Cody?
Oh gosh! Now, are we talking recently or like
overall?
Overall,
theaters only.
There's a couple. The first one that comes to mind is Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Me and my family, we saw that thing 5 times in theaters. More recently, I think Inception was one that I saw a lot in theaters, and then also In the Heights this year. I've seen that thing 4 times now.
Really nice. All right, so mine is Deadpool or The Force Awakens. I have seen both of those. Deadpool, I've probably seen the most. I probably saw that film 20 times in theaters. So yeah. Can Mask get a Best Picture nomination? I've seen it. Yes, it should. All right. Do you think there will be another Alien film following the events of Covenant, Cody?
At this point, no. Not unless something miraculous happens, because all the rumors and news that came out a few years ago when Alien Covenant did, they've all sort of died down. So I'm going to say no. I don't think it's going to come back.
Maybe. Thoughts on Black Panther 2? I hope they come out and say what the story is. I don't want rumors keep circulating. I think they need to just kind of bite it. What's going on? What are they doing? I think it's smart that they did come out and said they're not recasting him, but now the question is well, what is the story? And I think that's the part we're waiting for. They're filming right now, so.
Yep.
Overrated and underrated Spider-Man movie. None. They're all good and fun. That's my opinion. Let's see. Oh, are you both excited for Gunpowder Milkshake? Have you seen the trailer for this?
No, I haven't. What is it?
It's a new action film on Netflix starring Karen Gillan, Lena Headey, Michelle Yeoh, a lot more cast. I can't say anything because I have also seen it.
Gotcha. Okay.
I can't say anything else.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look up.
Really want to say something.
I'll go look up the trailer because I'm
I'm
excited just because of that cast.
I really want to say something, but I can't.
Okay.
I can't at all. Guys,
Next question.
Favorite comedy of the last 10 years? Was Tropic Thunder in the last 10 years? Because that'd be my favorite.
No, Tropic Thunder was 2008.
Was it? Damn. Game Night. Or Popstar. Popstar is really funny too.
Oh, Game Night for me.
I got another super chat. Shiny311. Zach, have you seen Antlers? I know a few critics seen it. Critics have actually seen Antlers? What? Who? I've been dying to see this fucking Wendigo movie. I love Wendigos. I think they're fucking creepy and cool, and I want to see this. Have you seen the trailer for Antlers, Cody?
Yes, and dude, it's one of my most anticipated horror films for the rest of the year.
Dude, me and my best friend have literally talked about this movie. Like every time we have a conversation, he brings up Antlers. So I haven't seen it, but if that gives you my quick reaction, I'm really, really excited for it. And I will be reviewing it with or without a screener. I don't give a fuck. I need to be there for it. Tarantino or Nolan? Cody?
They both have their merits. That's all I'm going to say. Who's my favorite? Freaking in terms of overall, I would probably go with Tarantino. In terms of films that make me think, definitely Nolan.
Interesting. Oh, he said Perry Nemiroff from Collider saw it. Well, lucky her. Tarantino or Nolan? Nolan for me. I love Nolan so much. Let's see. We already answered that. We answered that. You think Marvel will redo Taskmaster like they did with the Mandarin? Nah, I don't think so. Why do you think we have not gotten a trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home? Do you want to answer this one?
No, go for it.
Okay. I think a lot of it is my personal opinion. I don't know if they know if the film's going to be done yet. That's my honest opinion. Why start a marketing campaign if you don't know the film's going to hit the release date in December? I think they're optimistic to hit it, but I feel like that's why they keep pushing it back. I feel like this is a big film that they want to make sure. And honestly, if any movie's going to make $1 billion this year, it's Spider-Man No Way Home. So that's, I feel like, the biggest thing. The only other reason I could think of it is that there is a spoiler in Loki or some other property coming up. But I will also say that this trailer has been done for a while. From what I understand, it was supposed to debut like 2 weeks ago. It didn't get sent to theaters, but it was apparently done. I just think they're trying to figure out a way of how to market the movie without giving too many spoilers. And I do not think that Toby and Andrew will be in the trailer anymore. I was thinking that they were going to do it. I don't think they will anymore. I think they're going to show Doc Ock, Electro, maybe Defoe's Goblin. But we'll see. Cody, this question's for you. Jacob asked.
Okay.
Cody, your equipment for your film, did you rent it or is it all your equipment?
Oh no, we rented big time. We rented all of the equipment. And Zach, who has already seen the film, the film, the equipment that we used, it's not low quality equipment. We used stuff that made the film look industry grade, essentially. I mean, the film had a budget. Essentially, what it came down to was about a $17,000 budget, and the film looks like it was made for more than that. All of the equipment we used, we rented out. The lenses we rented out, the camera, everything.
And Jacob's actually doing a film right now, so
nice. Okay, but yeah, we rented it out because I don't have the money to buy the equipment on that level.
Yeah, I feel that. It's always, I feel like most people rent it unless you're Tommy Wiseau, who buys the whole fucking studio.
Yeah.
Can you read this one? My throat's a little sore.
Yeah. Do you think film critics get unfair negativity and or hatred? It seems like many critics get grouped into a monolith and dragged for liking or not liking certain films.
So I feel like critics, it depends how they review a movie. And it also depends who's watching or reading that review. Because if a critic gives good reasons for why they didn't like something, then you're fine. But when you have people come in who see, like, I remember Joker, I gave like a B+ to, which I probably would go down even more on the more rewatches on that film. But people hate that. People wanted that film to be the A+ thing. And I said it. Phoenix and the score, amazing. The film is itself is Taxi Driver. So, you know, do you have anything else to add to that, my friend?
No, I don't think so. I think you pretty much covered it.
Yeah. Why is this jumping? What are some examples of movies you enjoyed and genres you don't like? Any musical I've ever given a good rating to. I'm not a fan of musicals. I really am not. I think that a lot of them are cringeworthy at times. And honestly don't work. In the Heights, fucking love it. That's one of the biggest things. Cody?
Action. Action is going to be the number one thing that I have not usually been a big fan of. But Mission Impossible, Ghost Protocol, like I would say all of the later Mission Impossible films that have come out.
What about John Wick and stuff?
John Wick, that is an exception.
Okay.
Because John Wick, it's like Mission Impossible has kind of gotten stale for me over the years because all it's gotten down to is what kind of extreme stunts they can do with the same plot over and over and over again. But John Wick, every story for those films I have found to be unique and very interesting. And so it's like action with good storytelling for John Wick.
Sweet. Tony Movie Chappie, what's the worst movie theater experience you guys have ever had? I've said it. I have a video on my channel. It's Annabelle Creation. When I went to the press screening of that, I wanted to fucking scream. These fucking little fucking 5-year-olds running around, throwing their food, screaming around. I had a headache leaving that theater. And then the other time was when I went and saw Valerian. A couple started fucking. Couple seats ahead of me or behind me, and then a man fell asleep next, like a couple rows from me, snoring. So I sat there and watched the whole movie. I still enjoyed it, but I probably would have enjoyed it more if it wasn't for that. Cody?
Oh gosh, my worst theater experience was probably when I went to go see Sausage Party because a guy brought his like 5 or 6-year-old daughter with him. Let me tell you, it was entertaining, but it was also just so sad when I was sitting down in the theater watching that movie, which I'm not the biggest fan of Sausage Party, but that little girl at a certain point started crying and the dad did not take her out of the theater. So yeah.
What's your favorite moment from that movie? Say it.
My favorite moment from the movie is probably all the interactions with Nick Kroll as the douche. Like literally, it's like, for me.
Done. Just stop. Just stop.
Okay.
This is Samori, Zach, thoughts on the Paranormal Activity movies and Halloween Kills trailer? Halloween Kills trailer is awesome, but I have heard that they showed too much, and that makes me really, really sad. Paranormal Activity movies. 1 is great, 2 is fun, 3 is amazing, 4 is 5 is a little bit better, and 6 is terrible. They are making another one. I hope it's better. But you know what's funny? Me and my girlfriend did a whole marathon of this, Cody. And you remember the 6th one, the final chapter one, where the girl walks through the thing and
Yes,
like that, and then Toby ends up coming to life. There's an alternate ending that made me even more mad.
What's the alternate ending?
So pretty much that doesn't happen. They end up saving the girl. They have a birthday party for her, and the cult family shows up. And that's how it ends. I'm like, both shitty endings. So, what about you?
Halloween Kills.
Those?
I'm excited for the Paranormal. I mean, the trilogy is good. The Paranormal Activity trilogy is good. Every film that has come out after that is either guilty pleasure fun or it's just terrible.
Mm-hmm. Good point. Good point. Most overrated and underrated director. I won't say overrated because that's different for every person. I really have to think about that. Underrated. Oh, Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He should direct more stuff. Loved Don John.
Yep. And in terms of an underrated, underrated. Joseph Gordon-Levitt is a really good choice. I do want to get, because we just had Inside, which Zach, I don't know if you saw Bo Burnham's.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it is. I want to see Bo Burnham do more narrative storytelling. I want to see him make more films.
More 8th grade stuff, right?
Yeah, sure.
You did great with 8th grade.
Even though 8th grade was great. I want to see him handle like a full-blown horror movie like John Krasinski or Jordan Peele.
Someone wants to know, what's your film called?
Suffocation.
Okay. It's about a man being suffocated by his entire life.
Oh, that's actually very true. That's pretty accurate.
I didn't say it as a joke. I really meant it.
Honestly, that's pretty great, actually.
His life fucking sucks.
Yeah, it does.
By it. So, favorite horror movie of the last 10 years. I'm not going to think 10 years. That's too far back.
But last recently, 5. Let's go last 5.
Okay. What, do you have one off the top of your head?
I mean, for me, there's a couple. The Witch is definitely up there. Yeah. If I'm going to be honest, the more and more I have thought about it, it comes between a tie between Black Phillip. It's a tie between The Witch and Midsommar. Midsommar for me is one. I think it might actually be my favorite horror film to come out of the past 10 years.
So good. I'm gonna say Hereditary. I'm gonna say Hereditary, but I would have said Midsommar or The Witch if you didn't steal those. It Follows as well as awesome. It Follows is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Zach, how many songs from In the Heights do you know? I know almost all of them. No. I only really listened to like a couple of them, like 96,000. Not. You see that turn on?
Yeah, I did.
That's creepy.
You know, here's my question. Is it Ryan on the Ryan O'Toole account or is it Cody O'Toole? Because I know for a fact that
I think it's Cody and Ryan. I think it's Cody and Ryan.
Yep, it is.
I think they're both. I don't know.
Cool.
Jacob says, yep, we begin filming next week. And my goodness, the stress level's at an all-time high using my Canon camera. Bought a new mic, bought a new stabilizer. Now worries making sure the audio sounds great. Do you have anything to that?
I mean, no, I would just say if Jacob wants to message me to sort of talk about the process, because I realize it is really stressful, or he wants some tips or tricks, just if he's got it, just send me a message on Facebook somewhere. And him and I can get to talking about that.
Message Cody. Question for both of you. Is there an example of an older movie from the 1980s and 90s that has rewatchability today? I mean, there's a ton. There's so many.
I mean, Back to the Future, Aliens.
Donnie's here. That hoodie looks warm. Wonder if I could fit in there with you. Donnie, I love you, but no. Not right now, my friend. Not right now. I already saw a couple weird comments and I had to get rid of them. But I love you, so I'll keep that in there because I think it's funny. What are your expectations for the next Predator movie? Good question, Joe. I'm expecting it to be, if not the best Predator film. I'm a huge fan of Predator. In fact, I have a giant Predator figure literally standing right there staring at me every fucking time I do something over here. I love Predator. I love the first one. I love the third one. The second one's fun. The fourth one was somewhat fun, I guess. But the new one with the director from 10 Cloverfield Lane, fuck, count me in.
Yeah, I would say that, especially since, I don't know, Shane Black's The Predator was it was disappointing, to say the least.
Good question, D Movie Man. Is it possible for some films to only work if you grew up in that era that were released in? I know some films don't have the same impact when watching modern times. Cody, take this one away first.
Okay, so yes, I'm gonna say yes, and the simple answer for me is nostalgia. Nostalgia is possibly the greatest force on the planet when it comes to watching movies, because I have met a ton of people who I mentioned movies that I grew up with here in Maine, and they don't like those movies. It's one of the, for instance, it's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but I grew up watching the 6-hour version of Pride and Prejudice with my family. And that stuff I absolutely love. And I love slow burn. And so it's like that, even though it has problems for me, I absolutely love it. But, you know,
I agree.
Nostalgia.
Yeah, I agree. By the way, guys, we are almost to the hour mark, so we're probably only going to take maybe around 10, 15 more minutes. So if you do want your guaranteed answer, make sure to throw in a super chat. Again, it helps the channel out, helps us out, and they will guarantee your question being answered. They're not needed, but if you want your question answered, that's why. I guess we'll also take D Movie Mans as well. In your opinion, what makes a film dated? Some films that can't help being made in certain time. It kind of goes to the last question. Is it a technique or something else? Same thing that Cody said. A lot of it can be nostalgia, to be honest. I was like, the original Space Jam is not a good movie. It's fucking terrible, but it's really enjoyable for me because I grew up on that movie.
Yeah, I mean,
do you have a film that maybe is pretty dated, but you're like, I like it because of nostalgia?
I mean, there are a few. I would say Watership Down is one of those movies that I've
never seen that.
Dude, Watership Down it's messed up. Like it's a P. No, actually, I think it's rated G. It's a G-rated movie about rabbits, but it is quite possibly one of the most graphically gory, violent things I've ever seen in my life. And I will say the story for that film is, it's kind of one-dimensional, and it is a bit dated. So that's what I'm going to say about that. Is that I think it's also the growing up factor. Is like there are films that when you're a little kid, they can see perfectly fine and like enjoyable and great.
Dude, there's a Criterion collection of this movie.
What, Watership Down?
Yeah.
Dude, what?
So fucking ordering this right now. It's half off. I'm so fucking ordering this right now.
Do it.
I've never seen
do it, my guy.
in my life.
But yeah, I mean, age is another one of those things where it's like you can see a movie when you're younger and be like, yeah, this is really, really good. But as you get older, you look back on it, it's, you know, that movie's dated, or that movie was only good because I was looking at under the spectrum of being a kid. There's a lot of factors that comes into play when you say something is dated or only relevant during its era.
Yeah, I agree. Zach, are you going to watch Gunpowder Milkshake on Netflix this week? I can't talk about it, but I've seen it.
Because he's already seen it.
Thoughts on Christine getting a reboot from Blumhouse? I don't do reboots. What about you? How do you feel about this?
Look, if it was another studio, I would be like, you know, okay, fine, but Blumhouse, please don't.
What do you want them to do?
Well, I would like them to round out the Happy Death Day trilogy. That would be nice.
Oh God, it's not gonna happen, Cody.
I know, it makes me sad, but I want to see another film by Jordan Peele come out of Blumhouse. That's
next week, I think, or next year. It's Universal. They're doing it again.
So I got what I wanted.
Again.
I got what I wanted because Us and Get Out they're great.
So is this movie actually good, Cody, or am I going to be disappointed if I buy it?
I mean, more than anything, I think you may find the story one-dimensional, but dude, I can't even express like the imagery and graphic nature of Watership Down is it's ridiculous.
Because I'm gonna go pick it up after we're done. I'm ordering it right now.
Dude, the final scenes of the movie is rabbits literally going to war and ripping each other's throats out. That's what the last like 10 minutes is.
That's so awesome. That's so freaking cool.
It scarred me as a child.
Maybe it scars me as a woman.
Wait, what is it? Okay, next question.
Zach, I know you will agree with the Snyder Cut makes Justice League a complete joke. What does Cody think? What do you think about the Zack Snyder Cut? Yeah.
I mean, I think we've already talked about that. Oh no, we haven't. But
no,
yeah,
not in public.
Not in public, but no, I'm there. Like the Snyder Cut makes Justice League a complete another joke.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, Cody. I concur.
And I mean, especially since all the stuff that's come out about Joss Whedon recently. Yeah,
it's not a good movie. Thoughts on Black Widow making 80 million domestically and 60 million on Disney Plus. Why you think Disney released these numbers but not other movies because others flopped? So from what I understand, the other movies have done good but not great. So Cruella, from what I understand, the estimates were around 20 to 24 million it took at home, which is actually pretty good. I think they should have released those. This is big though. $60 million at home. $60 million. That is 100% of the profits going straight to Disney. The 80 million, they still have their share at the theaters. It worries me because I do think now that Shang-Chi is also going to go under the Disney Plus umbrella. And I don't like that. I want theatrical experiences to go back. I don't mind the premiere access a couple weeks out, but I will also say this is that a lot of people are still not comfortable. My girlfriend is still not comfortable going to a full theater. My theater just went 100% occupancy, and they didn't tell us that when we bought a ticket. When we bought a ticket, it was 25% still. So we show up to Black Widow, and we're in between 4 people who are all coughing. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, we went and switched our tickets to see it tonight, and I'd already seen it, so I didn't care. But don't be an asshole. If you're fucking sick, stay home. Stay fucking home.
Yes.
Zach, big fan of the channel. Do you think Wolf of Wall Street is the best movie Scorsese directed from a filmmaking point of view? Yes, but I also think Silence is one of his best films as well. What about you?
Yep, I would have to say Wolf of Wall Street. Absolutely.
Goodfellas.
In terms of The Departed, in terms of like filmmaking and going from such a departure for Scorsese, Silence is a film that I can't really ever watch again, but that film is an actual masterclass.
Did you see that in theaters? That one?
There's a little independent theater near my house, so yes, I had the chance to.
How tiny is that theater?
I mean, it sits. Gosh, I mean, I think it sits maximum occupancy 10 to 15 people.
Huh, that's wild.
Like, it's a tiny independently run. I don't know how they get independent films into that theater, but I'm glad they do because all the seats are couches.
You're a couch.
I know.
A couch.
I'm a potato. I know.
You're a potato. I'm a potato. I'm a potato. I'm a potato.
It's Bow Yow. All right.
All right. So next one, Fanatic Films. Yo, what's up, Jack? What's up, man? Ryan to Cody, have you watched Invincible, the animated series on Prime Video?
I have. I love it. I think it's great. I can't wait for season 2.
Awesome. Sweet. All right. Next one we got is Film Speak. Griffin's here. What's up, Griffin? Hybrid model is the way of the future. I don't like this, but yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong there.
Yeah.
All right. James Valencia, do you think physical media is going to go away in the next 5 years? I hope not. I think there will always be a part of it there, but I think a lot more films will start to not do it. Cody?
Yeah. Next, I'm going to say next.
Also, thank you for the super chat, James.
Yeah, I'm going to say next 5 years, no, because I think physical media in all of its relevancy is still going to be around and not 100% begin to tank. I would say give it the next 10, maybe 15 years, and then I will say yes. Like the next 10 years without a doubt in my mind, it's going to start going away, unfortunately.
See, there you go. We got another one. D Movie Man, I really appreciate you all answering my question. Closing out by asking you advice for a young movie buff / cinephile to build a YouTube channel. Honestly, so there's a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah, there's quite a bit.
You got to just do it for fun. Don't keep pushing it back. Get the equipment, start it now. You can start any day. People have iPhones now, Androids. They have great cameras. You need good lighting, decent microphone. You can start now. Teach yourself how to edit, plan, schedule what you want to do, but always make sure to just be yourself and have fun doing it. I mean, that's the biggest advice I say. I think most people get caught up on all the little issues and terms, but if you make a schedule, if you keep planning, you do videos that you enjoy, the audience will be there. But also, you also need to understand the market is very saturated. There are so many fucking people on YouTube making movie reviews. There are so many people doing pops, video games, stuff like that. So you got to find your niche, what makes you unique, why someone should subscribe to you. So
yeah,
I'm gonna add anything.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say also don't push yourself so hard that you burn out. That's
What
Zach.
you did.
I mean, yeah, that's what I did. I mean, Zach can attest to this. There was a full year where I was sending out videos 7 days a week, and I completely destroyed myself. And another tip I'm going to add, which it might be a bit different or unique, is if you want to have some fun while you're creating your YouTube channel, if you've got a group of friends, go out there and they don't have to be good, but go out there and make some short films, like literally anything that you want. Like, because I know for me, above and beyond just doing the YouTube channel and doing the YouTube space, being able to have the experience where I've been an actor for so long, or, you know, I did a short film with Zach, or I've been doing short films for the past couple of years. When I was doing YouTube, having just those experiences, it made my time on YouTube a lot more enjoyable.
There you go. Cody with the words of wisdom. All right, we're going to close out on 2 more questions. No Time to Die or MI7? You could watch tonight. I'm going MI7. I'm going No Time to Die.
No Time to Die.
I think I don't know how you go above Fallout, to be honest. That's just the truth. No Time to Die looks to be probably one of the best James Bond films ever. And the last one, what would you guys like to see Nolan do next? Personally, I'd love to see him do his long-delayed Howard. Oh, that would be awesome. Honestly, something smaller on the scale of... what is it?
Insomniac?
No. Prestige.
There we go.
Yeah. What about you?
Me, I would honestly, they're never going to release these rights, because I know that the Sinatra family is very, very quiet and hush hush and very secretive when it comes to what's going on in their family, and understandably so, because it's very, very disturbing and dark. But I would love to see either Nolan or Damien Chazelle do a biopic on Frank Sinatra and his time in the mafia.
That'd be awesome. That'd be great. I'd watch that. I'd watch the hell out of it. So let's do it. Let's do it now. All right. And that's where we're going to end this, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for all the support in general. Make sure to go support Cody's movie coming out September, right? So how can people watch it if they decide to do this?
September 3rd. When it comes out, what's going to happen is hopefully by September, our IMDb page for the film, it will be up hopefully by then, but I am going to be releasing it right on my YouTube channel. So if people want to come and watch the film, it will be on my YouTube channel, which is Cody Curtis.
Okay. All right. I thought you were going to try and get it on like Amazon Prime or something like that.
Oh, I'm going to be doing that as well, but just for upfront while I'm working on stuff, if people want to see it, come right to my YouTube channel and you can check it out.
All right, sweet. Well, there you go, guys. And of course, for me, I have tons of videos coming out this week. We got Pig review coming tomorrow, Gunpowder Milkshake Tuesday, Loki finale, Space Jam review, Bad Batch review, a Mass Effect Andromeda in 2021 review, and next Sunday, look forward to my Suicide Squad Who Will Survive predictions. That's going to be a fun video, guys. So thank you so much for watching. You guys are seriously all the best. Thank you once again, guys, for all the support. It really means a lot. And of course, until next time, stay classy, stay safe, and stay sexy.